What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode 10K on the Bay. Today I'm going to go over how to print the custom SKU on your shipping label so that you can double check before you ship an item out and make sure that it's correct. And I'm also going to go over how I pack and ship a flat rate envelope, and I think this should really help you guys out. So let's just get into it. This is my low-key Husky store. You guys are following it on every single platform. So we have two things that sold this morning. I've been testing this to make sure that it works. So hopefully it works. And it does work on both the classic shipping experience and the new shipping experience. So I just want to do a caveat real quick. It does not work when you print items one at a time. I'm not sure why, and I'll do a little bit more homework to figure out. It only works if you print two or more labels. So I'm in here in my awaiting shipment page. As you can see here in the custom SKU, this A1620, which is the custom SKU on the item, is the same as the A1620 on my bin tag. So now I'm having my listers store all the items in the bag. So literally all I'm doing is putting the label on top of this and shipping it out. The :1 is actually what I paid for this shirt. So I paid $1 for this shirt, and I store it in the custom SKU when I'm listing the item. That way it's easy for me to do accounting later. And what I'll do is I'll take that custom SKU, I'll pull it into Excel, and I'll delineate the columns based on a colon. So it'll be A1620 in one column and then 1 in the other column. And since it's delineated by a colon, I just changed it. It used to be a period, but now it's a colon. So I can do $1.99 or $1.89. So that period doesn't separate it into a different column. But that being said, it's a different topic. I just want to go over how to actually print this number, A1620, on the label. So let's get into it. So you have to print more than one label. I'll try to figure out how to do this with one, but for now, you're just going to have more than one sale a day. So print labels, continue. And now we're going to go to this page where we're going to print more than one label at a time. This is the eBay bulk shipping tool. Now here is where I have pre-stored the weight. So guys, you guys know my listers enter the weight in during the listing so that I'm not spending any time weighing. I don't need a scale for this process because this stuff is already entered in. Also on a pair of jeans, this is a pair of jeans, I store it in usually a clear poly bag so I can make sure, because I'm going to throw this into a flat rate envelope, which is a little bit bulky to store inside this envelope. So I actually do take the time to put this into the flat rate envelope. Shout out to A La Mode Mailers for hooking me up with these awesome thank you poly mailers. It's a little bit this is a fantastic presentation in my opinion because these cardboard flat rate envelopes are not the best presentation. When you get one of these in the mail, it's usually pretty beat up. So if you were to open it up and get this beautiful thing inside, it makes the experience slightly better. And if you do want to spend the extra money for, it's an extra 60 cents to send it in a padded flat rate envelope, the presentation's better. But in my market, 60 cents matters a lot. So just depending on how you guys want to operate your business. I'm also going to go over the rules for a flat rate envelope for you guys so that you understand what you can and can't ship. So okay, we are now on this page for the bulk shipping. Everything is set. We're going to now go to label preferences. And down here at the bottom, we're going to select automatically populate custom text to be printed on label. Now you can do item title, which in my opinion is better because then it's going to say J Crew A1620 instead of just A1620 because that's going to allow me to double check if the item is correct. Now, that being said, I got all this hate from people saying if you put the custom SKU in the title, it reduces your search ranking. So, okay, I give in. I'm going to remove it and put it into the custom SKU. But again, time is money, and this is why giant people put it in the title. So if you guys are wondering why BHFO puts it in the title, I'm positive the reason that they do it is so it's easy to double check before they ship. Now, I could be wrong. That's my theory, because why would a giant seller like that risk putting a custom SKU as the second word in their title if it wasn't for this specific reason of being able to double check the item before it goes out and reducing the errors and the returns and the mistakes. And it only pulls the first 30 characters. So it's not going to pull Nike, Air Jordan. It's not going to pull all of that. So that's why they can't put it at the end of the title, because for some reason it only prints the first 30 characters. So that being said, I'm moving away from that system. I'm going to add it in the custom label. or I'm going to have my listers do that rather. So once we select that, we're going to go ahead and click Save. Mine's already saved that way. Now we're going to review and pay. So I'm going to, let's see, go ahead and pause this real quick while I log in. And now I have logged into my PayPal and I'm going to pay. So I'm going to go ahead and click Pay. It's going to print 2 labels now, and I'm going to show you guys my exact process for shipping these guys. Should be pretty good. Okay, so I like to print the postage label by clicking a new tab and then opening the labels in a new tab, and then I also like to click the package list just to show you guys exactly what it looks like. So these are my 2 items that's sold, and you can see it also does the package list. Now this is redundant. I actually do not need to open this package list, especially now that I'm storing the items actually in the package. But let's just go ahead and print these. As you guys can see, I'll zoom up on this. Right on the label, it'll actually say the item location. So A16 is my location, 20 is the I'm sorry, A1620 is the location of my item. It does show my cost on here, which is, I mean, I don't think my customer is really going to care. It's really small, but you guys know that, but my customer does not know that. This is my PO box if you guys want to send me something. So, and also I will blur out my customer's information just so you guys can't see that. Let's go ahead and print both these labels. I do use a Dymo printer. It's pretty fast these days. So this will come out. Trying to do everything that I can to save money. So A1620 is this package. That's the first one. Go ahead and put this label on it. Then I'm going to remove my tag, double check A1620, A1620. They're going to match up on the label in here. Once I have that, this is ready to go. Now on this flat rate envelope, these are pretty flimsy, guys. They're made out of cardboard. So what I do is, this pair of jeans is sealed inside this poly mailer, and I've gotten as much air as I can out of it to make this as compact as possible. So even though this weighs 1 pound 6 ounces, so I can't send it first class in just this container. I'm going to put this container inside a flat rate mailer so that I can only pay $5.75 or $5.95 if you don't have a discount yet. Put it into this mailer. Right? And it needs to be able to seal on its own without a gusset, which means some people will adjust or modify the envelope so that it'll fit a little bit more, and that is against the USPS rules, and they can refuse your packets for that reason. But to clarify, flat refers to the price, not the shape. So if you go onto the USPS website, I'll put the link in the description. You can read it straight from the post office. It does not need to be flat. So if your post office worker tells you that they won't send it because it's not flat, please bring that screenshot with you so you can show them, look, flat refers to the rate, not the package. I'm sure I've done my homework. I eBay for a living, or I eBay a lot. I know what I'm talking about. Please accept this package. If not, please let me speak to your postmaster and let me get this sent, because it's not against USPS policy, because this is not flat. There is no 1/4 inch rule or something like that. It literally does not matter what this shape is as long as you don't modify it to make it bigger. So let's go ahead and seal this. It does need to be able to seal without modification. So if I seal this, so as you can see, this seals just fine on its own. I actually don't need to modify it anymore. I can just send it out like this, and I'm sure it'll arrive fine. But I do like to add an extra piece of tape along the seam, which is allowed. So I use clear tape because I want them to see that it closes on its own, and all I'm doing is reinforcing it. Not that using eBay tape or anything really would make that big of a difference in my opinion, but they're more likely to check, and I'm trying to reduce the odds that this gets sent back. So one piece of tape goes over both sides of the envelope. I'm reinforcing the seam. Now, if it's a really, really heavy pair of jeans, I will reinforce all the seams, which is allowed. The post office just says that you can't cover the entire thing. They actually use the term "in case," and I'm not really sure what that means. It's a little bit vague, because in case, like, does that mean if I cover 90% of it but I leave one little tiny spot, is that not encased? It's hard to say. Then I'm going to double check, make sure this B0220, which is right, which is this pair of jeans. I'm going to just confirm, throw it on here, guys. This is 2 packages that's ready to go ship out. I can, ultimately, my goal is to ship 100 items in 1 hour, and I think that's sort of the limit. So at 10,000 items, I should sell 100 items a day, and I'd like to get that down to 1 hour process for me. So guys, hope that's useful. Please email me at 10konthebay@gmail.com. This does not work if you only print one label. I don't know why that is, but or if you know how, please put it in the comment section so I can give that information to everybody else. Have a great weekend. Have fun garage sailing. See you guys.